Imagine waking up one day to discover your entire bank account, your hard-earned savings, was locked. No access. No explanation. Just endless excuses from smug employees who even mocked your name. Now imagine flipping the script. With only $3, you unleash chaos so big that the bank itself comes crawling back to you, begging for peace. That's exactly what happened in today's Reddit revenge story. If you've ever been underestimated, disrespected, or treated unfairly by people in power, this story is going to feel like pure justice. Smash that like button, subscribe for more stories like this, and let's dive into one of the most satisfying revenge tales you'll ever hear. The setup. For some reason, God knows why, I decided to trust a small, local credit union with my money. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Support a local institution. Keep things simple. But one day, when I tried using my card at an ATM, it simply didn't work. No cash. Just a cold, mechanical rejection on the screen. Frustrated, I went inside the branch to ask for help. The clerk gave me a code I could use to withdraw cash directly from my account. They assured me it was a standard feature, nothing unusual. I walked away thinking, okay, problem solved. Oh, how wrong I was. The conflict begins. A few days later, something strange happened. My entire account was flagged. Not just reviewed, frozen. I was in an overdraft. I hadn't broken any rules. This was a simple accounting error on their end. But because their system was late in deducting my balance, the bank decided to lock up every last cent I had. And just like that, my money was trapped in their vault, untouchable, for over a month. I called customer service. Again and again. Each time, I was brushed off. They gave me attitude, as if I was a problem. One rep even hinted that maybe my foreign-sounding last name was a reason for all this suspicion. Think about that for a second. You work hard, you save, you trust your bank, and instead of help, you're treated like a criminal. Inside, I felt powerless. My hands were literally shaking after every call. My jaw clenched so hard it hurt. It wasn't just about money anymore. It was about dignity, about respect. The breaking point. One night, after yet another call filled with sarcasm and dismissiveness, I vented to my family back home. My younger cousin, always the mischievous one, chuckled and said, "Why don't you fight them where it really hurts? Their reputation." At first, I laughed it off. What could I possibly do against the whole bank? But then he told me about a Russian service. For just a few rubles, literally pennies, you could pay thousands of people to post whatever you wanted on social media. Negative reviews, complaints, outrage. You could even choose if you wanted them to look American or European. The idea was insane, ridiculous. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. If the bank wouldn't listen to my voice, maybe they'd listen to hundreds. The plan. I logged on. The service looked sketchy, but I didn't care. I spent a grand sum of $3, probably the best $3 of my life. I wrote up complaints. Short, sharp, angry little messages about bad service, frozen accounts, and discrimination. With the help of some AI prompts, I created dozens of variations. And then, I pressed go. Within hours, the bank's official Facebook and Twitter accounts were drowning. Hundreds of angry posts, all screaming about how terrible they were. Their Instagram comments, flooded. Yelp and Google reviews, bombed with negativity. The avalanche had begun. The execution. I can only imagine what it was like inside that credit union's office. Social media managers scrambling, phones ringing, higher-ups panicking. They had ignored my voice, but they couldn't ignore hundreds. And sure enough, the very same day, my phone rang. It wasn't the usual snarky rep this time. It was the call center manager. His tone was completely different. No arrogance, no dismissal. Just a careful, measured politeness. He admitted they had reviewed the situation and understood my frustration. He offered to release all my funds immediately. Not only that, they would add $50 in compensation and transfer everything to any other bank of my choosing. Just like that, the power shifted. The sweet revenge. I didn't yell. I didn't curse. I didn't even celebrate out loud. I simply agreed. Calmly, politely. But inside I was glowing. The same people who mocked my name, who left me powerless for a month, were now begging me to take my money back. The beauty of it all? They couldn't prove it was me. There was no way to link me to the storm I'd unleashed. The only loose end? Those hundreds of angry posts. They'll stay there forever, haunting their social media presence. That's their problem now, not mine. Think about it. They locked up my money for a month. I unlocked a digital army for $3. $3. And in the end, I walked away not just with my money, but with victory. This story is more than just revenge. It's about the power of reputation. Institutions may think they're untouchable, but in today's world, one person with the right idea can shake their foundations. Never underestimate someone who's been disrespected. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who's been wronged by a company. And tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? I'll be reading them all. Until next time, remember, justice doesn't always cost a fortune. Sometimes it costs just $3.